Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to today's video. For those of you who are new, this may be your first time joining me on my channel, first time coming across one of my videos, which means you're probably not yet subscribed. Welcome, my name is Tyler with an O, and for those of you who are already my people, already subscribed and just returning for another video, welcome on back. So I don't remember when it was, but it was very early on, before I even had locks actually. I uploaded a video on how to retwist your hair, and looking back, I'm not necessarily too happy with that video because I had no idea what I was doing and I looked stupid. So basically, today's video, as you read by the title, I'm going to show you how I retwist my hair. So I wanted to come to you first, you know, in its current state. It is very much wash day today, and I just wanted to, you know, show you my raw and nasty hair before it's washed. As I've mentioned in previous videos, or if you are new here, I have very dry skin and dry scalp, so right now I am a little flaky in the scalp and I am starting to tell visually. So that's how I know that it's time for me to wash my damn hair. I don't put any creams, gels, waxes in my hair anymore. I strictly use water and different oils, so that is what you're going to be seeing today. But yeah, without any further ado, I just wanted to pop in and show you, I guess, the before. This is what it looks like. My hair is a mess, it's dirty, it's all over the place. So I'm gonna go wash and we'll get started with the tutorial. So I've already started and got a head start on some of the back, but I did just want to show you how I clip them. Essentially, that's the big difference compared to one of my previous retwist videos where I was clipping them all individually, which made no sense. At this point, I actually clip them in clusters, and that's something I can do because of how my hair is actually parted, or I should say not parted. My hair isn't in any box parts or triangle parts or anything specific like that, so I'm able to just kind of feel around and clip as I go, and I tend to clip them in little clusters of maybe about 6 locks per clip. So I'm going to use a bigger duck clip just to keep my hair out of the way, which I typically don't do, but just for the video to make it easy to see, I will be clipping, well, only in the beginning, and then as I start getting faster and getting into it, I'll leave the clip. But just for the beginning, I want to show you guys how I would separate the hair if you need to keep it out of your way. We're going to be starting with this lock here, and I'll take my spray bottle. In my spray bottle, it's a combination 5 drops of jasmine essential oil, 5 drops of lavender essential oil, and 5 drops of tea tree oil, and then the rest water. And so you want to make sure that the hair is wet. It doesn't need to be too wet. You don't want hair dripping water dripping all over the place, but just wet enough. And I'll start to twist at the root, since that is the most important part of a retwist, is cleaning up the roots. And you can see here it's already tight towards the root, so then what I'll do is start to twist down the entire length of the lock. So you can see here it looks a lot tighter and neater towards the root. Another thing that's happening as I'm running my fingers or twisting my fingers down the base of the lock, like I'm doing right here, is I'm actually taking the loose hairs that I can feel around the dreadlock itself, and I'm twisting them around, and kind of like the same method as like a palm roll, how you would kind of roll it between your hands. I'm rolling it between my fingers as I slide down the lock, and I just take a smaller clip and I clip it, and that is going to be the first one out of my little cluster of dreads that I'm retwisting. So now I'm moving on to number 2. Again, I'll take my spray bottle and just, you know, 1 spray is enough to get it wet enough. And I'll start twisting at the root, making sure it's nice and tight. And then once I get that desired tightness, or I feel like it's tight enough, I'll start to move up the length of the lock. And once I feel like that one's good to go, I'll take it with my first one that I did right before and just adjust my clip, and I will add the clip there and clip them both together. And essentially this is the process that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my head. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and ditch the big clip that was separating it for the video, and I'm kind of start the process as I would normally do it, as if I weren't recording. So usually I don't have any trouble separating my hair. And then when it comes to the spray bottle, it's so tedious to spray them one at a time. I'll usually just spray the general area and kind of massage that water into the roots so that the little cluster that I'm going to be working on is already wet, so that way I can just get to twisting like you see here, and then clip it and keep it pushing. So I'm just gonna keep joining that to my little cluster that I started, and I'm gonna get to work. So I've pretty much completed the rest of my head. I just wanted to take this opportunity to give you one last little before and after so you can actually see the difference in what I've been doing and see the results using no gel, no cream, no wax. So this is before, and then this is after, and this is actually after they're all dry. I like to put the two clips in the front if I want my hair to go back, because once they are wet they do have a little weight on them and they'll start to fall forward. So I can really just remove those clips, and as you can see my roots are nice and tight and twisted without any gel. What I am going to do is take my mango and lime island oil, and I like to use this for my scalp primarily. Because I was doing it for the video and at this angle, I was being very light-handed with the oil so it wouldn't go and start dripping down my face. But normally I'll use a little bit more and normally have my head tilted back so it can start to run through my scalp. But I just go ahead and put it in my scalp, especially at the front, because that's where I get a lot of my dryness from. And then I'll take my finger and carefully just kind of rub it through the parts, making sure not to, start to separate or disturb any of my hard work that I've just done. And then secondly, I'm going to take my Aussie Miracle Curls Curl Refining Oil. This is a heavier oil and I use this one more so for the hair. So I take usually about 2 pumps just on the fingertips. And as you can tell, this is a thicker oil. It's more, I would say, syrupy, but not sticky, just oily. And I rub it together, put it on my fingertips only. And then I'll start with massaging it into the scalp because I can use as much lubrication as the scalp as I could get. But I mainly just go ahead and run it through all of my locks just to give them a little extra shine and moisture. And then what's left on my fingers, I'll go ahead and just rub through the scalp some more because why not? And whatever's left over on my hands, I'll typically go ahead and just slap it on the old elbow, waste not, want not. And this is the finished result. These are my newly twisted and washed locks. As you can see, they're not fuzzy in the roots. You can see down towards the scalp. Matter of fact, let me show you these parts, because these parts is looking real fresh. So you can look down in there, you don't see no flakes, no buildup, because I didn't use any gels, any waxes. But yeah, that was how I retwist my hair. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below on what you'd like to see on this channel, and make sure that you're subscribed. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.